Hello from Canada. This is a bad video about a USB charger that's going to go on my NC 750X. And it's going to go. That was a good add-on. Happy with that. Totally custom, because they don't make this stuff for this bike. It's not one of those bikes. Except for this one is. Nice. Just got these on, waiting for hell to stop freezing over. It's so bloody cold outside. It's April. Another add-on. Those are good. I've been out on them. They're freaking awesome. All you need. Cheapest ones, 79 bucks. SW Motec. I'm sure the $220 ones are better, but for all intents and purposes, on an NC 750, that's more peg than you'll ever really need. Sorry about the lighting. My setup sucks. Anyway, that's enough of that. Those crash bars are by far the best thing I ever put on this bike. That crash bar goes into the frame, the loop at the top, you can see that, and then it goes into the frame. But they don't go directly to the frame or the motor. There's pieces of metal. So if you do crash and it's really hard, it won't snap your motor in half. It'll actually bend the thinner connecting piece. You can still drop the bike. I've dropped the bike about 5 times now. And everything is hunky-dory. So they're good enough for anything under, I don't know, not fast, I guess. Going faster than that, you probably won't be walking out of there anyway. These are some mirrors. Anyway, back to the USB. Up there, that's my on the left. That's on the left. That's my heated grips. Freaking awesome. I got some buck busters for the wind. Put some levers. Freaking awesome. You can adjust the crap out of them from back there on that little neat lever. Hard to get to with all the bark busters and the mirrors and blah blah blah, but it's very doable on the fly. You just have to pay attention to what the frick you're doing. Nice little windshield. You just got to get yourself a good helmet, and then you don't worry about the wind after that. Cuts through the wind pretty nice. The one I got. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's a surprise. There's a ram mount for the phone. Frickin' been gravel roading, washboard. You name it. Whatever speed you want to drive. It's never even come close. Even when I crashed, the phone was sitting there going, "Hello, I'm fine." Everything else was broken and sore, but no, meaning the road was broken and sore. This thing is a beast. Honda did a freaking good job. Anyway, I'm sure you'll get to know this bike pretty well. It's 2:51. Maybe I should go to bed. Stop making loser YouTube videos. I love YouTube videos. You guys are the best. There's so many freaking smart people out there. It's like very impressive how smart people actually are. Anyway. So, my fancy pants thingy over here is going to go between that Honda symbol under, there's a space under there. So this thing is actually going to go under. You push it from the back. I guess you'll be able to see it better like this. Push it back like that, and you see it sticks out the front. Now that whole thing turns. So it's beautiful. And you take the wire and you put the wire over to where all the other wires are down there. And you see that all the wires follow each other. You might be able not to see, but anyway. They do. There's a channel of them. And they go back under the side of the bike and up into the connector on the side of the bike, which is right on this side, right here. And connects up to the accessory port. Harness. There's like 4 or 5 accessory things. It's fused at 7.5 or something, and these take 3.5, and my GPS takes 1 or something, and then my phone is going to take 1 or 1.5 or whatever. There's enough power back there for all this crap. Really not taking all that much, and it's not all the time. I only run with my heated grips like 4 months a year, so. And then I just come home and I battery tend the battery every night. So I'm always running with a full battery, and hopefully it's going to prolong the life of the battery. Because these batteries, it's the one weak point of these bikes. I've heard, I don't know. I'm waiting. I'm going to see. I know some other people who have had these bikes, and that is like the only thing people talk about. But maybe they cleared up the issues by this model. This is a 2016 or whatever. So that's going to be the install. I'm going to do that video finally. I've installed all this other crap from help with YouTube videos, and it's been amazing. I don't know your names, but you guys all know who you are. The people who've done videos on these Oxford heated grips and the Bark Busters and GPS and wiring, and it's so much easier. You watch a video of somebody doing it on your bike, and then it's like way better than anything else. So I'll show you everyone wants to see this, I guess. Here's my junk pile. It's amazing. I keep a net. Here, let me shut off this spotlight. There we go. You can see better. Not really. Anyways, whatever. In there, I keep some basic stuff. That inflator, and I have a tire repair kit and some tools down there at the bottom. Keep the tools at the bottom because they're kind of heavy, but when they're down in the bottom of the trunk, it upsets the bike a lot less when the weight is low. And then it gives me the ability to strap a gallon of gas on the back and upset it. So at least I'm only upsetting it in one place. And then I'm going to have my saddlebag. I'll make another video for the saddlebag. I got an SW Motec 70 liter saddlebag. So that's going to be another video. We're going to do some rides. Some pretty cool stuff. You know, I'm in Quebec, so I'm going to go to northern Quebec, of course. Southern is cool, but we're stuck at the border of the states, so you might as well go north and discover your own country before you go do that elsewhere. Plus, Quebec is frickin' beautiful, and it has everything you'd ever want. We have some of the best and worst roads possible, best and worst trails. We're a huge skidooing province of Canada, so we're gonna go check out the skidoo trails and go see some pretty beautiful sights throughout the year. I'm really excited to get this thing going and finish up some projects. I'm sorry I didn't make videos on me putting the plate and all the rest of it, but you're going to see me use it. I'm going to show you more in depth as I go and make other videos, and I'll even let you know how I installed it. But a lot of this stuff wasn't done here. It's very small in here. So I had to bring the plate out to my buddies, and you bring it over there, and I had to custom drill some holes for the, because they don't make this plate for this bike. I mean, it would be nice and it would be logical, but they sell these little flimsy pieces of shit. I've never really seen anything that was substantial, and I know you're not supposed to put a lot of weight, but it's really nice having all these tie downs. So I'm gonna have a soft bag, 70-liter soft bag. I do a lot of gravel, and this year hopefully I'm gonna do a lot of gravel, going up to some pretty cool places, some pretty cool lakes. So the soft bag is my choice because I don't want to rattle the crap out of my frame. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to learn with everybody else. See how it goes and learn from experience, I guess. That tire there is a Shinko 705, same on the front. That's a 170. I'm supposed to have a 160. It did actually change the way the bike changes lanes. It does okay. It's a little bit less nimble, I would say. It's a little bit unnerving for the first 5 minutes, but I love it. I've had it out only for less than 200 kilometers, so it's hard to say. I'm gonna give you a more in-depth review on these things when they're fully worn in and I'm about to change them, and give you a full kilometer report. But well, that's it. We'll see how things hold up and see how many kilometers we can do. I have about 30,000 kilometers on it. This bike has been unbelievable. It's 30,000 in 2 years is 15,000 a year. It's there's a lot of beautiful places here, and there's a lot of really cool people, and I've had a hell of a fun time visiting places that you would not necessarily be able to get to or get to all in the same day. You can cover so much ground and go to so many fun places that this bike, I understand why people love biking. It's pretty kick-ass. Anyway, so this project is going to come to, I'm going to do it this week because the weather's going to be real shit. And hopefully get all the wiring done so that when I plug in my phone, I can plug it in down there. I'm going to wire it in down there, like I said, run it over here, up the side, and into the wiring harness that I had to buy not aftermarket. It's an OEM product, but it doesn't come with the bike. The price point on the bike is so low that you have to do all the extras. You can get them done, but the prices are kind of a little bit ridiculous. You buy a cheap bike, and cheap as in price-wise. The quality of this bike is, it is so easy to drive this bike. I've driven it to so many places that I never thought possible. It's so much fun. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't do any one thing super well. But this thing will cut through traffic on a downtown congested highway. People respect the bike. They have no problems with it. It's not an loud, annoying bike that gets on everybody's nerves. It's a quiet bike. When people seeing you going just slightly too fast, you don't look like a hooligan. People are generally very, very respectful on the road. And then once you get up into the twisties and the dirt roads, last year I went to the Basketong Reservoir. You should Google that right now. It's a huge hydro reservoir. And it only takes about 2+ hours to get there in a car on the highway. And I did 800 kilometers that day. And I took all the back roads and the dirt roads. And it took me 9 hours to do 800 kilometers. With pretty much to little to none, no highway. There are certain spots where you have to take it, but we're talking about 20-minute stints here and there, and the rest was full-on gravel back roads. I was so impressed with this thing. It's not that heavy. It is. It's not light. It has a lot of defects and faults, but it has strengths that balance those out considerably. For the price, you're not going to get a more well-rounded, more fun. Dollars per fun on this thing is 3 times higher than any other bike. In my opinion, of course, you're going to have a million people murdering that comment, but I don't care. You know, motorcycling is all about what you like and how you feel and what it does for you. And this thing is, it does everything that I would want a motorcycle to do. That might change in the future, and I might be looking at something a little bit different along the same family line. Let's just say, let's hint, there's a hint. This piece right here is an Alt-Rider back rack that I had to custom drill to fit on the Honda rack. I got an original Honda rack. I put that on. It fits like a glove. It's beautiful. It has nice handles for the passengers. And that Alt-Rider sits up there. Well, this Alt-Rider thing is made for a bike. And that just might be my next bike. I don't know. We're going to see how this season goes. For now, I'm just going to enjoy this monster. It's like a school bus when it's all loaded up. But it rides like a dream. You feel like an angel floating along the roads with all the gear, and you're still barely touching the ground. Hopefully we can get these chicken strips off these tires sooner than later. I haven't really done anything on them, so they're still kind of brand new. But normally on this bike you can get rid of those strips. It handles extremely well. These tires, well, we'll just find out what they're made of. I had the PR4s and they were amazing touring rain tires. But I wanted something with a little bit more gravel bite. So I'm pretty sure this is what's his name there? Mr. Fort9. Freaking awesome, that guy. He suggested these on his video, so I followed his. Every other product that he suggested I've liked and I've used, and he's always been pretty right in his, you know what, it doesn't really matter as long as you're motorbiking. Of course you're going to be enjoying yourself, so the rest is just accessories. It doesn't actually make it more fun. It just adds another dimension to stuff. Anyways, hopefully we're going to have a good season. Few videos, nice places. Talk to you soon.